and welcome to Granny's Family Meals. My name is Betty, and today we are going to do Sunday brunch. This is one of my very favorite all-time meals to cook. After church on Sundays, the family comes over, my son, my daughter-in-law, and my two granddaughters, and we have eggs, hash browns, and turkey sausage, and then for dessert, we actually have waffles with strawberries and whipped topping. So today we're going to start with the hash browns. I am using a freeze-dried hash brown. I grew up being a backpacker, and we always used a lot of freeze-dried product. Really good, but boy, I tell you what, nowadays it is so much better. So I'm going to add my boiling water into this container, and it will sit for 12 minutes. I'm just going to set it aside while I go ahead and do other things. Next, we're going to go ahead and scramble our eggs. Get those all scrambled up for you. We have 2 eggs per person, and I will often throw in additional eggs because my granddaughters eat like teenage boys instead of teenage girls. And we always run out of food, which is a perfect thing. So we're scrambling up our eggs this morning. And we're gonna set those aside for right now. Next, I like to put vegetables in with my eggs, just a little bit of protein with the vegetables. I have my little handy dandy chopper. I'm sure that many of you will go ahead and chop your own vegetables. I don't want to cut off my fingers. I don't want to be missing a digit, so I just use my chopper. I've already taken my pan. I filled it with 2 tablespoons of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter. I love butter. So we're going to go ahead and throw those in. So that's enough for today. So we're going to saute it in the olive oil. Here we go, it's all sauteed. And then I'm gonna add my eggs. I don't add milk or water to my eggs. I understand it makes it light and fluffy, but for me, I like all egg. So, there we go. Next, we're going to prepare our turkey sausage. In my family, we have a lot of food allergies, and so we actually use turkey sausage. The first time that I used it, I loved it, and that's all I currently use. I fry my turkey sausage in my frying pan, so we're going to go ahead and preheat our frying pan. And throw in our turkey sausage. We like to preheat it. I pre-sprayed it with a non-stick cooking spray, and so you can tell when it's starting to heat up. So then you can go ahead and add your sausage. Okay. Next, for our waffle, I like to smash my strawberries. I love strawberries. And my granddaughters used to be allergic to them. As they grew up, we had to stop eating them for the longest time. That has since passed. We now have strawberries with our waffles. And I just cut the tops off and then rinse them in water. Okay. Now, my eggs, we want to make sure not to let them burn. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of seasoning to it. We have a little bit of onion that we use, a little onion powder. I try to stay away from the salt. And then we have a little bit of garlic. Not too much. Oh, there's the dogs. A little bit of chili powder. Not a lot of chili powder because I don't want them really spicy. And then we go ahead and just stir them up. They're doing really, really good. My granddaughters were taught how to make Sunday brunch by my late husband. He had patience with them, and while they were cooking, they would sneak things and think he never saw them. Well, you know he did, but he never said anything. So it was just very sweet that he would do that, especially when they were baking like cookies. They would bake cookies, and the girls, of course, he would just say, no, 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 you don't eat that cookie dough because of the eggs. Well, they thought they were so clever, and they just confided to me the other night that they didn't realize that he actually saw them do it. So that was very fun. My family consists of a son, daughter-in-law, and my 2 granddaughters. I have 5 siblings, which love them. I hope to have them on the show sometime. Now, it looks like our eggs are almost done. We don't want to overcook the egg, so we want to go ahead and finish those. I'm going to go ahead and turn that sausage a little bit here, so it doesn't burn. But make sure the turkey sausage, you want to make sure that it is fully cooked. It being the protein and all. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing really good with our time. Next, we're going to go ahead and smash our strawberries, which I have actually done prior to the show. A lot of this prep work is done prior to the show. We only have 27 minutes, so we're doing pretty good here. The waffle mix, we're going to go ahead and make the waffle mix. So I'm going to rinse out this bowl. Perfect. I have also pre-sprayed the waffle iron so that the waffles don't stick. That'll be fun. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on to heat it up. But first, I'm going to plug it in. Okay, I'm going to mix a cup of flour, half a cup of almond milk because we have lactose intolerance in my house, and then a little bit of olive oil. That helps to release the waffle from the pan. We're just going to go ahead and whip it up. Don't add too much milk to begin with. You can always add more. Waffles you tend to make a little thicker than the pancakes. So there we go. Perfect. I always use, just so that you know, I always use butter and the real ingredients when I cook. I'm known for a lot of my baking, and I'll tell you, at the holidays, I baked this last holiday 80 pounds of goodies. That's cookies, fudge, cakes. One of the things that I made was a cheesecake, which I brought to my dentist's office, and one of the girls there does bake. So she had decided that she was going to go ahead and try making a cheesecake. Well, she doesn't have real sugar or ingredients in her house. She uses a lot of the diet. Unfortunately, she didn't know that if you're going to bake, you need to use the real stuff. So she made it, she didn't taste it, she brought it to her office. Everybody took one bite, threw it out, the whole thing, because she used substitutes. If you're going to bake, use the real thing. Otherwise, why are you doing it? You know you're going to cheat. You know you're going to be eating that whole pie and nobody else will share it with you. So here we go. Now, don't want to overdo that too much. So that's ready for when the waffle iron beeps at me. We're still working on our hash browns. Okay, my waffle iron has just beeped at me, so I'm going to go ahead and put the waffle in. Nice and hot. So excuse my back, but there is no doing it any other way. I don't know about you, but were you there when your grandmother used to cook as a child and when you were a child? I loved it. My grandmother was married to my grandfather in 6810, and that is 1910. She probably would have been thrilled with all the modern conveniences that we have today. We have grocery stores where we can get a lot of pre-made stuff and to bring home and cook it. Your meals don't have to take hours and hours anymore. They can be done in a shorter amount of time. When I have the family over, but from the time I start cooking to the time we sit down to our brunch, it is only 30 minutes. So we can do prep work, or you can buy the stuff that's already ready that you stick it in the oven or do whatever. So we are now ready to put our hash browns and cook them. Be sure that you wring out your hash browns before you put them on your preheated skillet, because grease and water will cause fire. How do I know that? You guessed it, it happened to me. I had to wipe all my white cabinets down. I was always finding that black all over for months and months. So let's go ahead and get some paper towels, and we will go ahead and rinse out our hash browns. Okay, we also are ready for our little bit of, this is powdered sugar, and in the strawberries, I usually put about 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and I just let it set, and then eventually it'll mix right in. You can do it however much your family likes. If you like really tart strawberries, do a little bit of powdered sugar. If you want something that's really sweet, you certainly can do a lot of powdered sugar. I don't mix it, I don't do anything, I just pour it directly from the container. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a break, a commercial break, and we'll be back with Granny's Family Meals. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Pastor Linda Triska. I want to invite you to watch my new internet television show, It's Beginning to Rain. I will be interviewing ordinary people that have had extraordinary encounters with God. I'm a Pentecostal pastor's daughter, and I grew up on the pew watching many signs, wonders, and miracles. And I want to share that with you. I gave my life to Jesus when I was 9 years old, and at 11 I was baptized in the Holy Spirit. But at 25 is when I really surrendered to Him, and my whole life changed. I couldn't get enough of His presence. I couldn't hear from Him enough, and I sure couldn't hear enough about those supernatural stories. So join me on It's Beginning to Rain on the Faith Unveiled Network. I'll see you there.
Well, welcome back from our commercial break. I just wanted to remind you of our website. It is grannysmeals.com. Hope that you come and visit us there. Now we're finishing up with the strawberries, smashing them with our little potato smasher. I do know some people who like it a little thinner and they'll actually put it in a blender. I want chunks, I like chunks. And so, well, it sounds like to me that our waffle is ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. There we go. Looks delicious. I only made a small one because I'm the one eating it. So, we are about ready for our breakfast. Now, if you have any questions that you would like to ask us, please feel free just to let us know. You can email us at granny@grannysmeals.com. That's my email address. It'll also be down at the bottom of your screen. We're going to go ahead and squeeze out the extra moisture in the hash browns that I have mentioned. I do it with paper towels, lots and lots of paper towels. So go ahead and open it up. We want to go ahead and open up the container. There we go. I love hash browns, don't you? My son wants his hash browns as crispy to the point of almost being burnt. See how much moisture there is in that? And then when we roll, there'll be even more moisture. Look at that. So we're going to get some more paper towels because we really do not want that moisture there. And then unroll. That's right. Throw that there. Look at that. Oh, don't they look yummy? They do. One more, I think we'll be good. Okay. Oh, perfect. We're going to go ahead and our preheated skillet. I preheat my skillet at 350 degrees. Double check that. I like to put a little bit of olive oil and butter. And now we're going to add our hash browns. Since these hash browns are not fresh hash browns, it'll take just a matter of about 10 minutes for them to cook. 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Oh, you can hear they're going to be really nice and crispy. You're going to want to pull in also the edges of the hash browns so that they don't get burnt. I guess I should push my glasses up because they're sliding down my nose. These are my computer glasses that I'm actually wearing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let those sit. Let's go ahead and clean off and throw our things away. I was taught to clean as I go. Do I do that? No, I don't. I don't clean as I go. I will clean afterwards, and I don't want anybody in my kitchen cleaning for me. I actually like doing dishes by hand. I do have a dishwasher, but I am a hands person. One thing that I need to do also is go ahead and salt my eggs, but I did not salt and pepper my eggs earlier. I like fresh ground pepper, and I like it ground really fine. When I first met my mother-in-law, who was just a wonderful woman, she, on our first meeting, our first dinner together, realized that I liked the smaller, finely ground pepper, and the next time I had dinner at her home, she had it just for me. She was an amazing woman. So I learned so much from her, especially about cooking and how to be a great mother-in-law. My daughter-in-law seems to think that I am, and I'm not going to argue with her. So we're still working on the hash browns. Eggs are done. Ooh, listen to that. If you're going to go ahead and make hash browns from fresh potatoes, you're going to want to go ahead and cook them probably a good 30 minutes. 15 minutes on each side. The fresh potatoes just take so much longer. The potatoes that I use out of the box, these are the freeze-dried ones, or even frozen potatoes. A lot of times use frozen and bake those in the oven. Are good enough for my family. I'm not trying to impress anyone there. They just want to eat, pretty much. By the time that we sit down to our meal, yeah, they're all pretty starving. So we'll go there. Now we're going to go ahead and plate everything for you. Because everything's done, I'm going to go ahead and turn my electric skillet off. This was given to me by my mother-in-law. When she first gave it to me, I thought, oh no, I'm not going to be frying anything in there. Well, sure enough, I use it all the time. And do you think I can find another one like this? No. Let's see. Now, I like lots of strawberries on my waffle. And yep, I use my fingers all the time because I've washed my hands. My son and granddaughters will put their strawberries, they'll put on their whipped topping, they'll also put on syrup. I don't go that route, but I want whipped topping on my waffle. Okay, next we are done. Our sausage is done, our hash browns are done. We cooked those during the break. So let's turn those off. Okay. And then we're going to use our spatula and serve up our meal. I have been asked why I don't use margarine. I choose to use strictly butter. I like the taste of butter, and I had read on the internet, of course we believe everything that's on the internet, don't we? I have read that margarine was originally made as a petroleum product for something. That kind of creeped me out a little bit, so I do not use margarine at all. Here I am. And then let's go ahead and put our turkey sausage on. 3. The sausage that I cook comes packaged in 14 in a package. I always end up making 2 packages because, yeah, that's right, those girls, they will eat it all. My oldest granddaughter likes to have a little bit of egg, sausage, and hash browns with her salsa. That's right, her whole plate is bread full of salsa. So, here are our brunch meals for you. I hope that you've enjoyed it. You can find our recipes on our website, grannymeals.com. That's GRANNIEMEALS.com. I want to thank everybody for joining us in on our first show. Now, if you have a recipe, a favorite family recipe that you would like to share with everyone, go ahead and email us. That's granny@granniesmeal.com, and our staff will take a look at it and pick you, and then you could come and end up on our show. We are so blessed in our lives, and we just want to reach out to you and just share the joy of just sitting down as a family. We're so busy these days, we hardly get the chance. So may God bless you, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. I'm Betty, and I am. We are serving Granny's family meals. We are filming. We are what? Okay. So I've already preheated my electric fry pan. These are going to go on top of the eggs because some of our members, some of my family, just want plain eggs. If I could have one of the bowls there, the big plastic one would work. Thank you. I'm so lucky to have some chefs here. Look at the menu beforehand, and that way you can make it so that it all comes out at the same time. So, we're going to go back to turning the sausage. And 2 cups of milk. And we happen to use, because of lactose intolerant, we happen to use the almond milk. I like the vanilla flavor. Okay, sorry. This recipe there. So we just burn the vegetables. So look at our vegetables today.